Maybe, let me tell you something. I like Sneako. Some things you've done are questionable, but you're better. Everybody does questionable things. I would take your life gladly. But I don't mean that personally. I would probably anybody in this fucking room for the most part, besides my friend. But you fucking hung in there, bro. You showed up and you fucking sparred, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Heard Sean Strickland go too far when sparring Sneako. Yesterday, Sneako was live with Sean Strickland at a UFC training facility, and Sneako wanted to spar Sean. Sneako has been training boxing for a couple months now, and he's still in the beginning stages. He's still an amateur when it comes to boxing. But lately, he's been going around just sparring, other streamers. But yesterday, he sparred Sean Strickland, and it was absolutely disgusting what happened. Like, the entire situation is just a complete horror show. Let me just show you guys the clip of what happened.
Let's see the influencer. Let's see the influencer. Come on, bro. You're gonna be a fucking man. Let's be
Let's go.
He's hurt. He's hurt. He's about to drop it.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh.
Good work. Let that right hand go. What time we at? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I want to enjoy this a little bit longer. Let that right hand go, Sneako. There you go.
Oh. Jesus.
Pop your jab, pop your jab. You still good. Still good.
That's a nice. That's a nice. Holy.
You didn't fall down, Sneako. You didn't fall down. Oh, that's good graphics. Heavy shots, man. Good job. Hard job, bro. Good job. You go down. You did good. Let's train. I've seen pro fighters get dropped by the shot. Hey, you didn't fall, Sneako. Good job.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Good work. Hey, he's a world champion, man. Like, he was a world champion. He didn't go down. He was a hard shot.
World champion.
Jeez, that was hectic and really hard to watch, especially because I actually like Sneako, and I did not want to see that happen to him. I wouldn't want to see that happen to anyone, even people I dislike. It's a very weird thing to see somebody who's extremely skilled, somebody who's literally an ex-champion. I mean, he was just champion. He's arguably one of the best fighters on the planet at the moment. And for him to do that to a beginner and an amateur is honestly just crazy. It really makes me think about the character of Sean. And it also makes me wonder if Sneako really knew what he was getting himself into. I mean, anyone who's a fan of Sean Strickland and MMA would know that Sean, whenever he spars anybody, he always must show off. And it's not even a spar, because sparring is one thing, and you're not trying to intentionally hurt and damage your opponent in sparring. Sparring is just a place to test out your reflexes, test out your techniques, try out new things, get used to it, maybe get back into the flow of training. It's not for you to injure and hurt opponents. That's not what sparring is meant for. It's more for gaming, And Sean is one of those guys that when he spars, he's literally trying to knock out whoever he's fighting. There's tons and tons of clips online of Sean sparring random guys that are boxers, guys that are MMA fighters, and he really doesn't hold back. In fact, he fights arguably more wild and with more power and more anger when he's sparring, which is kind of weird because that's not really what sparring is meant for. And I mean, many MMA people have discussed this, but Sean is just one of those people that genuinely doesn't give a fuck. And when he's in the ring or in that mode of fighting with anybody, he genuinely just gets a thrill out of beating the fuck out of people, out of injuring people, out of harming people. I mean, he's made death threats to multiple people and said that he gets some type of satisfaction out of it. So Sean is a very bloodthirsty guy, and he definitely has some mental issues. We all know Sean Strickland's past and what he's been through with his father being abusive and just having a very hard childhood. But this situation right here, where he spots Sneako and put such a beating on a streamer and an influencer, and at that a beginner boxer, it really makes me question and wonder, bro, why would you do this? What is wrong with you? Because it's bro, we know that you are better. You are literally a UFC champion. There's nothing to prove here. But I think for Sean, he definitely has something to prove in terms of just, I don't know if it's his ego or if he's just insecure that he just must show whoever he's sparring and whoever's watching the spar that he's going to beat the fuck out of them and try to kill them and knock them out. And he's knocked many people out in sparring, he's dropped people in sparring. But you would think, like I would think as a fan of Sean, I would be like, yeah, you know, Sean spars other boxers and other MMA fighters and trainers in this crazy way, like he's fighting them. But if a beginner guy pulls up, I'm not going to expect Sean to try put the beats on a man. Like, fuck, bro. Sneako just started boxing about 5 months ago. He's just getting into it. He doesn't even have his full movement. He doesn't even know who he is as a boxer yet or a fighter. I didn't expect that. But I think there is some underlying, you know, dislike. I wouldn't say hatred, but there's definitely underlying dislike from Sean towards Sneako and other influencers and YouTubers. For whatever reason, Sean doesn't fuck with anybody that gets successful or earns a living and earns money and earns fame through becoming an influencer and a YouTuber and a streamer. He doesn't respect anybody like that, you know, for the most part. And it was evident in that first Nauk Boys podcast where he was just going after like Steiny and the Nauk Boys, like, I don't respect you and all that type of stuff.
Like even you, bro, I look at you and there's an urge in me to like do a horrible act to you. I'm not going to do it because I
just
can't
me
help.
Specifically, or you feel some
just you, bro. I look at you and again, you're a nice guy, bro. And this is my own.
I just want to let you know I don't have that same urge towards you, bro. I need
urge,
to change
like
that.
a small urge, like we talk about it. I could just fucking like the corner of that desk. I keep looking at it. I could just fucking picture just slamming a temple on it.
And I mean, it was evident from the first time that Sneako met him. You could tell that Sean just wasn't a fan of anyone that's an influencer. And he was kind of disrespecting Sneako to his face when they first met at the Power Slap event.
Sean, nice to meet you, Sneako.
What's up, man? What's your name?
Sneako, congrats on the win and everything.
Sneako, who the fuck are you, Sneako?
I'm just a guy, I'm working
train?
at everything.
What do you do?
I do train, I do some
Are you
boxing.
an influencer?
So I don't like that term.
What are you?
I'm a guy, man, what are you?
A fucking MMA fighter. Is he an influencer?
I guess so, yeah.
Well, keep it going, man.
All right.
Keep telling the people.
Can you give some words of wisdom? I liked your podcast with the Nauk Boys. To see him get pressed like that for the first time was funny.
Majority of influencers are cunts.
Yeah.
Work hard, be a decent man, stay off fucking Instagram, stay off TikTok, you have a better life.
Thanks, Sean.
Like Sean, bro, not everyone is going to put on gloves and get into the octagon and risk their life or fight for a living. Like some people are going to do different things, bro. And for you to disrespect people like that is kind of weird. And the other day when Sneako met up with Sean again at some meetup where Trump was, and this is actually where they arranged to have the sparring session. Let me just play the clip for you guys.
Anybody, your wife, right?
Absolutely not, Sean. Absolutely not, Sean. We don't do that over here.
Respect that, bro.
Okay.
When we gonna fucking spar, bro? I heard we're gonna set that shit up and get it out.
I'm ready to go. I think that'd be fun.
How long are you down for?
I'll be in town for a couple more days. But boxing, though, MMA is a little, I don't know if that's going to be...
You ever had a boxing fight?
No, I haven't.
We are wrestling tomorrow at 11.
Wrestling?
No, I'll box, but we'll wrestle. I'll give you a couple rounds.
Okay, I'm supposed to train with Jake Shields tomorrow, so if you want to come at the same time.
Where is he training?
We're going to go to the UFC arena.
At 11?
I think right after prayer, so like maybe 2 o'clock. But I can go early.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know about that shit, dude, but I got you, bro. We'll be at 11.
All right, I'll see you there.
Bring Shield, bro. I invite him to come wrestle with us too.
Okay.
As you saw, Sean kind of disrespected him, low-key calling him a cock, you know, but also at the same time being buddy-buddy with him, kind of like, come on, bro, let's spar. Come at this time, you know, trying to make him feel comfortable. Meanwhile, when you get in that octagon with me, and Sean knew that in his head. You can just see Sean knew in his head when he gets in that octagon with this beginner boxer, I'm gonna fuck this kid up and show this influencer a lesson. And while he's fighting him and sparring him, he's just disrespecting him, walking forward, eating shots, calling him an influencer. And Sneako isn't a fan of that. Sean is a different type of character. He's really a different guy. We also saw when somebody who has a much higher skill level than Sneako sparred him, Jake Paul. Jake went completely easy on him and let him work, let him do stuff, never hurt him. That's the way you properly spar somebody that's a beginner. You maybe teach them some tips. And I don't know if Sneako knew what he was getting into when he went into sparring Sean. Because I know what Sean's about. I know Strickland. I would never ever spar Sean, and I train as well, fighting, and I practice fighting, but I would never ever spar Sean Strickland. Because as a fan of him, I know whenever he's sparring someone, he's trying to knock you out. So that's why I'm saying I don't know if Sneako really knew what he was signing up for. But Sean made him feel all buddy. Sean didn't feel sorry for it at all either afterwards. He was just Sean, you know, same old. I think he asked him, like, do you want to go shoot some guns at some point or something like that. Sean is just a really different character, and what he did was definitely fucked up. And a lot of people who are pure MMA purists and fighting purists will definitely not like what Sean did, because it's against kind of the code of like martial arts in a way. But the casual fans who are, you know, not fans of Sneako will eat that up. They'll eat it up and they'll laugh, because, you know, some people just want to see people get beat up. I personally didn't think that was cool what Sean did. We all know, the entire world knows, you are a professional fighter. You are the highest level of fighter. You arguably one of the best fighters on the planet at the moment. For you to do that, it doesn't make sense. It's pointless. You proved nothing. You accomplished nothing. You just made yourself look like a weirdo. You made yourself look like you got some mental issues and mental problems that you're dealing with on a daily basis on the inside. And you just took it out on this poor like 160-pound Sneako that's just a beginner boxer, and you're like 220 pounds, middleweight champion of the world. Like, bro, what are you doing? Why did you do this to this poor guy? Like, man's contact flew out his eye. He went to the medical office afterwards to get checked, had to make sure that his contact wasn't in the back of his head. Like, damn, Sean did a madness. But anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please click the like button, and please subscribe for more content like this. Any little bit of help I can get means a lot. And if you have any opinions or any thoughts on the situation, please let me know in the comments below what you guys think. Thanks for watching. Peace out.